Do I have anything to apologize to you for?
I think you actually do this time.
What do I have to apologize for?
No, but I'm not looking for an apology.
No, let me know.
I understand that you're going through some
Let me know what happened.
You were just really, like, incorrigible and like, rude.
When?
The last couple times you were here.
You're right, I was. And I do want to apologize for that. I was going through a very rough time, and I feel like I was being a bit debasing, if that makes sense.
Yes, that's a good word for it.
Off kilter. I feel like I was being an obnoxious, vain piece of shit. I don't want you to feel like I take you for granted, Mark.
No, it's okay. I understand you're going through some, it's very scary what you're going through with the deportation and
the suicides and all that.
All that stuff.
Yeah. Mostly the suicides, I suppose, is what. The deportation, right? Should be scary. It's more the sense of feeling like completely out of place with the world, I guess. But I'm sorry, you're right. What a monster I've been.
We still love you.
And I still love you more, in all honesty, with all the being and fiber that exists within me.
I love your hair.
I don't love it. I adore it. I feel like it is adorable. If Sharon Stone had teddy beared herself, it's like Sharon Stone, the Sharon Stone impersonator from Reno.
So you're almost, I mean, because sometimes you,
presentable.
With your crazy wigs, your hair is thick and full and beautiful. If you let it grow out, you'd have hair that most women would die for, right?
Adonis.
But you put these crazy wigs on and you look like a
sociopath.
Sociopath. And look at this. This is beautiful.
This is beautiful?
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Your words.
And I think you're starting to look more feminine.
Thank you. I'm starting to feel a lot more feminine.
If your eyebrows were not so thick.
Sorry, I look at Cara Delevingne and I look at Kendall Jenner and I think, why not? But you're right. If I tweezed my eyebrows, did my face. Boys can wear jeans, cut their hair short, but you'd love to know, wouldn't you, what it feels like for a girl.
You're a beautiful creature, regardless of what you are.
Beautiful creatures. 2013. I christened 2024 the year of the girl. Girl power. If anyone out there, for your consideration, Rebecca Olsen wants to be a girl. Can I be a girl again? Please, 17 again. Can I just do a Parent Trap body switch or whatever, Freaky Friday scenario, just be a girl again? I never got to be a girl. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman.
You're still young yet.
You know what people keep saying when they see me now? They're like, we were rooting for you. Ever seen that Tyra Banks clip where they're like, we were rooting for you, we were all rooting for you. That's all they say to me, we're rooting for you. Am I the root of all evil?
People who see you on the street and recognize you?
Oh my God, it's yesterday. These Latina girls literally came up to me and they were I don't want to say twerking on the car, but at this point it was they're like, Rebecca, yo, Rebecca. And they were handing money and oh my goddess. And
you're becoming a star.
I'm becoming a star. I'm becoming the portrait of a lady. Or is it Dorian Gray?
Do you feel how much love you get out there?
I love so much more. I can't believe anyone would ever love me. I cannot imagine that this creature would ever deserve love.
You do. You totally do.
You do. I don't believe that.
No, you are incredibly lovable.
I feel like I am naive and exceptionally broadly boyish. But the boyish look is in with Miu Miu now, I suppose. A British boyishness. I don't know if I love or hate it. It feels like a boy's view of what an older girl would look like. Right? Isn't that me, kind of? A boy's view of what an older woman would look like.
Maybe.
Isn't that the preconceived notion of how I devote my time? Your
cardigan sweater is not something a young lady would be wearing. Probably an older woman.
Oh, well, I was reading Vogue recently. Not this copy, but the Kate Winslet fucking cover. 2 British women on the cover of Vogue. Is that in a row or? I can't remember. But anyway, I guess the British are taking over again. But it said that apparently they were talking about Izzeddin Alaya. Izzeddin Alaya was a very prolific designer in the 80s and 90s. Remember, he did Grace Jones and incredible leather work. I prefer Claude Montana, but Alaya. And the chief designer, Peter Mueller, who used to work under Ralph Simmons, was like, the mother was wearing Alaya, the daughter wasn't. But Alaya was very much made for a younger audience at the time. It's an Alaya, but I'm a liar because I just want to be a little girl. I want to get myself back. Like, I want to punch myself in the face sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck this idiot. Fuck this dumb little boy. He's fucking up my life. He's destroying any chances of me ever becoming, like, I'll never be Sheena Shea. Sheena, if you hear this, I'll never be the goddess that you are. I'll never be a real one like you, Sheena. Sincerely, Rebecca. But it's a new year, new me.
What happened to your forehead?
Violence. A little bit of ultra violence.
What happened?
Some guy bashed me.
With what?
Oh no, he bashed my head against a subway grate. This happened years ago in New York.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, in New York.
Yes, in New York, when I lived in New York.
And you still have the scar?
I still have the scar. I can't afford the surgery. It's like I still have the scar on my leg from my...
Well, that was from the auto accident.
Yes, from the auto accident.
Oof. It's a bad one.
Could you imagine blocking an entire planet with two... Well, one was an act of shame. The other was an act of malice. But which was which? Shame. Carey Mulligan. Great movie, by the way. Great fucking movie. Well, not Maestro. I mean, Shame. I haven't seen Maestro. I don't know. Leonard Bernstein, was it? A composer. We are in LA, right? This is the real LA. Maestro, Beef. Have you seen that new show, Beef, on Netflix?
I have not.
It's incredible. I think it fucking ran the gamut at the Emmys. Did you see the Emmys?
I did not.
They tried to do like a tribute to television. Anthony Anderson hosted. I was a little surprised. But good for Natasha Lyonne and Tracy Ellis Ross for honing it in right at the end. Just in case. I love Lucy. I feel ill. I love you.
I love you. Despite all your crazy personalities, I still love you.
How many personalities do I have?
I was trying to count this morning.
Okay.
There's probably about 10.
Can you name them, or are
Well,
they?
I mean, like, so there's this belligerent, out of control, crazy,
rock star.
just you know, that was, you know, one of them. I mean, when you had the crazy wigs on and you're just screaming and like, oh, my feet are hurting and get me a fucking room and all this, you know, that Rebecca. Then there's the really kind of quiet and demure one. Usually you're like coming down from something, I think.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like I suppose I am right now.
You can barely speak, in fact, when when that's going on. The one of the, perhaps my favorite Rebecca is the one where you're pretty much like you are now, where you're cogent and sharp-witted and considerate and kind and, you know.
I feel bland right now. I feel like a
But
Triscuit.
then my other favorite Rebecca is the one where I picked you up and you had your head almost shaved, and you were just
transgressive.
sharp as a
On the
tack.
nose. I was thinking of shaving my head. Yeah.
Where you threw the water bottle out of the car. I love that fucking scene. That's my favorite. That's my favorite
Was
Rebecca
that a scene?
moment. That's my favorite Rebecca moment.
I honestly feel like, I don't want to say, there's a term that I hated. We were talking about England earlier, right? You said that you were going to London tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a term I hate that they use in London where they say you're monging out, right? When you get high, they say you're monging out. And I hated that terminology. But honestly, I feel like that's kind of how I'm behaving, is in how I'm presenting to society an envision of this idiot, angry man. Kind of like God almost, you know what I mean? This little Lord Fauntleroy. Like, wah, wah. Je suis pas une vraie femme. Wah, wah, I'm not a real woman. You know what I mean? Who's that idiot? Somebody stab him in the fucking face immediately. It's like, there are problems in the world. There are bigger problems than someone's inability to procure a sex change due to...
I used to look on the internet and search my name in a Google search, and I would find so much information that was just it was horrifying. You'd see my address, you'd see phone numbers, you'd see my relatives, you'd see all my health information, all kinds of stuff. It's like, I don't want that information out there. Data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who may want to target you. And that's why I signed up for Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows you which data brokers are selling your information and automatically submits opt-out requests for you. Cleaning up my information not only reduces the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from the hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really easy to set up, so I don't have to download several different apps to get things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, insurance, and more. I get everything at one affordable price. You may already have one or two of these tools already, But not having aura is like locking your front door and leaving your back door wide open. I'm too busy to deal with this stuff, and that's why I appreciate that aura is always on, keeping me safe, so I don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. I value my privacy, and if you value yours, you can go to aura.com/soft white underbelly to start your 2-week free trial. The link is in the video description box below. Now back to the video. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to the fucking, oh my god, I forgot to go to the Trans Latina Coalition yesterday. They said they were giving out clothes and food.
Go to the what?
Oh, they invited me. The Trans Latina Coalition was standing outside the train station, Union Station, giving out flyers, and they gave me a flyer to go, and I forgot to go. I just remembered. Shout out to the Trans Latina Women's Coalition for being the only public trans authority in all of Los Angeles. Thank you for any organization, honestly, who would protect trans youth. Forever protect trans youth. And I pity the fool. But I want a message out there to the kids, you know what I mean? If anyone out there is thinking of transitioning, I want you to feel your body. Because it's a physical decision, right? I personally am having problems right now because of the legal nature of my life. My body is under attack right now, or let's say policing. In the wake of Me Too and all that. I don't want to be the woman at the back of the Barnes & Noble. You will only truly feel on a physical level because it's a physical transition. Let me say that. If you're ever confused, it's a physical thing. Like if Uncle Sam would permit me the whore and the moans, I would be forever your Mistress America. But yeah, no, literally. Because it's a physical thing. It's a bodily thing. There is a spirit, right? But if you want to do drag, you want to experiment, because I was speaking to a friend about this earlier. Anyone who's ever confused, I would suggest immediately identifying your body. I don't know what to say then. All right, question time. Sorry.
I was just about to ask you.
I was just trying to do anything for trans youth. Do I count as trans youth? I just phased out of youth.
It's interesting. Your videos are so popular. Probably the whole world has watched them. At some point, I would think your family knows that what's going on, but they haven't reached out to you.
I doubt they have. Have they reached out to you?
No, but they could easily.
Oh, and they haven't. Oh, I was just questioning it. I don't know. Honestly.
I mean, a lot of the families of people I've interviewed have reached out to me after I
But
posted.
mine haven't.
But
well, then I guess they have no clue what's going on, because they would have reached out to you and probably cease and desisted or anything like that.
How could they not know what's going on?
How could they not know what's going on? Honestly, I have no clue.
I just find it interesting that no one has ever said, hey, what's going on with her son or daughter?
What is going on with her son or daughter? Well, I doubt anyone would want to see her daughter. Also, I have no clue. To my family, if you ever see this, I love you, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I want to be a woman. I'm sorry that I came to America to be a woman. To my father, I'm sorry that I abandoned you. If you have your number, I love you. I love you, Dad. To my mom, I love you too. But to my dad, I'm super sorry. If my dad is out there hearing this, I'm sorry if you feel like I left you behind. I'm sorry if you feel like you brought me to America and that I just ditched you here, that you ditched me here. No hard feelings. I love you. Thank you so much. And to my mother, you are a beautiful, kind woman. You are a beautiful soul who does not understand the limitations of her own in education, the limitations of her own lack of awareness when it comes to not just herself, but the world around her. And I'm sorry if I ever made you feel incapacitated or incapable in any way, because you are an incredible woman. You are one of the most beautiful women in the world to me, if not the most beautiful woman in the world. You will always be my mother. And to me, you are the most sacred thing ever. You deserve to be worshipped as an icon of not just suffrage, but of quiet underestimation. You're so beautiful, Mom. I fucking love you. And the way the world looks down upon you, I can only imagine. To be belittled that way, as a woman, coming from woman to woman, or man to woman, or whatever, to be looked down upon, especially because your kid made some mistake, your kid wanted to chop his dick off. So I hope, honestly, that at least they're unaware of this, because I would worry, not for their safety, but for the safety of not just their reputations, but their psychology. I would worry for their inability to conduct their lives simply because they would feel like failures. Like I said, when my mom found out I was gay, this is before I realized I knew what a trans woman was, let alone that I could transition into a woman. she started hurting herself. She started like slapping herself catatonically. I would never hurt her. And I would never feel hurt by any of the abuse that she may or may not, whatever, that doesn't matter to me. That's all water under a bridge. However, I want you to know, from a woman to a woman, you are every part the class act that I possibly may never be. And you'll always be the real thing, Mom. I fucking love you. More than anything. You're a beautiful woman. And I apologize for everything. Whether or not I've made mistakes, I don't know. I know if it's wrong for me to feel this way. To anyone out there who's had this experience, I don't know. Like, is it bad to want to mutilate your body just because you feel a certain way? I don't know. It's just a penis at the end of the day. Like, dude, you're a woman, but you're such an innocent, beautiful girl. And I just remember watching movies and shit, you know what I mean, with you. And honestly, I love you, Mom. That's all I can say. I love you, Mom. From a daughter to a mother, from a son to a mother, from apparently a cardigan, a shift skirt, and a pair of Dr. Martin brogues to a woman. Mom, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for being my mother. Mother. Which. www.mother.com. Not org. Not net. And yet. The implication of either. Mother.com, .net, or .org. Pick one.
.com.
A-okay. USA. First of all. USA. Honestly, I feel like I should buy tickets to the Super Bowl at this point.
So this is clean for you?
Is this clean for you?
I mean, you seem like you're clean right now.
Let's say I am.
I gave you money last night. I don't know if you
I bought a Vogue with it. Bought a backpack. Pack of smokes. Hermes. Beauty is a gesture. I appreciate the gesture.
But, so I'm back to the drug use. Is this without using for how long?
Let's say a week.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, way longer. I think it's been about 2-3 weeks, give or take.
Why is this?
Because of you, Mark. Because you've been such a positive influence on my life. Prada, Eternal Jewelry, fine gold. Yeah. This is why.
Beautiful.
Which do you prefer, the first or the second? See, I prefer the second.
I can't see it.
Is that Maya Hawke? I feel like it looks like Maya Hawke. You know, Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter.
Looks like.
See, Jimmy Mendoza, my friend yesterday, was showing me this old clip of Uma Thurman doing The Birth of Venus. Reminded me of Madonna in 4 Rooms. You ever seen 4 Rooms?
Never.
With not Tim Curry, what's his name? Tim Roth? Not Tim Roth. You were thinking about Funny Games earlier. Anyway, so, they called her Aphrodite, and she basically dressed in PVC. This was a year after the Human Nature video came out.
See, this Rebecca, the Rebecca that I'm talking to right now, you could do anything in your life. You could be a huge star. You could take all the notoriety you've gotten from these YouTube videos on my channel, and you could you can create a YouTube channel of your own, and you could be huge.
You. Could you help me with that?
I'll help you with it.
Could you get me a studio?
You can shoot it here. I'll give you a room to shoot here.
Will you? Will you give me a room and board?
We can work that out.
Work it out. I'd love to work out.
But if you could stay in this state of mind. Because I think this is a very popular Rebecca for my audience.
Angelina Jolie was Zahara. You know what I hate about Vogue? Annie fucking Leibovitz. No offense to Annie Leibovitz. I'm sure you're a very wonderful woman. But fuck you, Annie Leibovitz. Please. I need a real Vogue. I need a Vogue Paris. It's not Vogue France, it's Vogue Paris. I need a numéro. I need a Stephen Klein Vogue USA cover before I die. Please, it's my dying wish. I mean, he just shot the Vanity Fair Hollywood portfolio. And Julia Garner was in it. Remember she played Anna Delvey? Mm-hmm. You heard of Anna Delvey, have you?
No.
You don't know who Anna Delvey is?
Refresh my memory.
Anna Delvey, Anna Sorokin. I call her Anne Delvaux, honestly, because she's so Parisian to me. I mean, it sounds really basic to say, fucking someone stab this man in the face. I remember the scammer. She tried to screw City National Bank out of $100 million to start the Anna Delvey Foundation. The Anna Delvey Foundation. What did I do with my life? I failed to chop her dick off. She's still in America. She's wearing an ankle monitor. And they held a fashion show on the roof of her Rothko's rooms. Anyway, on the roof of her building. And I think she looked incredible. I was so surprised. She lost so much weight in jail. She lost so much weight. Like, it really did the whole Vera Wang thing. You know, Vera Wang used to work at the YSL store.
In New York?
I think so. It was either New York or Paris. I wish I could refresh my memory. I can't believe they're still talking about the Sofia Coppola Bari collaboration. Do you like Margaret Qualley?
I don't know who she is.
She's, what's her name's daughter?
So you're
Andy McDowell's daughter.
What's that?
Andy McDowell's daughter. She was in the Kenzo World. She did a show on Netflix called Maid.
Don't know her.
Margaret Qualley. She married Jack Antonoff. Anyway. Do you know Andy McDowell?
I don't. See, you and I run in different circles.
Groundhog Day. I don't run in any circles.
Beautiful bag.
It's a backpack.
Look how put together you are today, too. This is the most put together I've ever seen you. You dressed beautifully.
I really wasn't trying.
But
I was going for...
So let's go talk about your transition again.
Yes.
Like, you keep talking about chopping something off, but let's say you did what the majority of trans women do.
Which is to start taking hormones, which is impossible for me because I don't even have health insurance. So I can literally go to an ER, tell them I want to kill myself, but I can't get access to hormones without the proper identification, or I don't know what it is. So I want to go back down to the Trans Latina Women's Coalition because I went to the LGBT Center in LA. I don't want to say West Hollywood. I want to say more Hollywood, on McCadden. And they wouldn't help me.
But this is LA. If you can get fentanyl and crack cocaine,
then you should be able to get hormones. Exactly. It doesn't make sense.
Estrogen.
It doesn't make sense. It literally makes no sense. The prevalence of crack cocaine and tents and fucking garbage on the streets versus the ability for one individual to encage themselves, right, in suffragette martyrdom to the body of a woman. I would literally transition to being a woman, and I would take literally the period pain of every woman for the right to be a woman. Literally. Like, combine all the periods in the world, right? I take all that pain, and I want to be a woman that
That's
bad.
a lot of misery.
Do you have a knife? Do you have the butcher knife? We were watching Rosemary's Baby earlier. We didn't even make it all the way to the end this time because honestly, I don't know who felt like it felt more like a teleplay. See, Mr. Mendoza was saying earlier he preferred the NBC remake with Carole Bouquet, a bouquet of flowers, with Zoe Saldana, who was an Avatar. Did an NBC telemovie of Rosemary's Baby? How? Sincerely, Rebecca Olsen, please. I'm asking for a friend here. It's like Amy Schumer's Leather special. I don't know. It's like Amy Schumer in I Feel Pretty versus Amy Schumer in Trainwreck.
So I'm sorry to interrupt, but the banter that you're talking right now, if you did that on your own and posted videos on YouTube, you would have a following like that.
Okay.
A big following.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
But you got to stay away from all the fucking crazy drugs. Because they take you down.
Look, honestly, Mark, what I really want is to audition for like a B movie or a fucking independent film. Could you arrange something like that? Do you think? Do you have connections in that world, Mark?
Well, if you can consistently stay in this frame of mind,
Deal.
I bet you things like that will open up for you. But it's your inconsistency that's the problem.
Do not mistake my consistency for my transparency. Sincerely, Tiffany New York Pollard.
No, but you're terribly inconsistent.
I'm terribly inconsistent. It is a fault of mine. Mais la vie est belle. I believe in beauty. He believes in a beauty. He's Venus as a girl. A riot girl.
You're covering your face with your hand.
I hate my face. I wanna get him. See you tonight. It's a bad idea, right? See you tonight. It's a bad idea, right? See you tonight. It's a bad idea, right? See you tonight. Fuck it, it's fine. Whatever, dude. This guy wants to be a chick. Fine, whatever, dude. Just let him be a chick. Whatever. As long as he's not ruining my town. Except during the power cuts, everyone hunkered down in grim sufferance. Sincerely, Skid Row. Apparently, this is report from Ukraine. We're currently on the brink of World War III. So I feel like there are priorities in life. I understand this. But I want to be a woman, goddammit. But there are priorities. We're on the verge of a world war. Oh, Cindy Crawford for MCM? Oh, we're going to be all right, kids.
But hear me out. Hear me out.
Max Mara, styled by Kelly
I'll help you start your little YouTube thing. I'll help you with the payment because you probably won't be able to receive payments because you don't have a bank account, you don't have the ID, all that stuff, but I can help you with that. And then the money that you generate, which will be significant, I think.
Can go to my transition.
You could
can
totally
go to procuring
transition.
a doctor.
You could do it yourself, and that'll feel so much better than if somebody just paid for it like me.
Exactly. Well, I'd love it if you would, but honestly.
I cannot pull out money out of my pocket to pay for you chopping off anything. I just can't. It's just something.
Against your beliefs, I understand.
Yeah, but I support what you want.
Thank you.
And
I support that for myself as well. Thank you. Honestly,
I believe
support.
If you stayed in this frame of mind.
Is there a community out there of trans women who have any advice for a little trans boy girl, a little fucking girl, not from the Brewster projects, but from the Clio projects, if you will? The Addis Ababa projects, if you will. Anyone out there with a piece of advice? Because the only queen I've met out there, honestly, who I loved was Jasmine Masters. And the only words that came out of her lips were, "Hey, bitch." Shangela seemed a little taken aback when she
Advice in terms of what?
In terms of anything, dude. Life, style, career, dignity.
You don't need advice in any of that thing.
Hey, queens, girls, where do we draw the line on dignity? When are you just a man in a wig? And when do you truly feel like a woman? I'm asking Gia, I'm asking Sasha, I'm asking Nikki Tutorials. Hey, girls, where's the dignity? Hey, women, aren't our eyes up here? But is our dignity really down there? Oh no, it's all about my manhood, isn't it? Well, you know what, little Dickie? That devil's gonna get you one day. Max Mara, styled by Karine Reutfeld in a Vogue, creative directed by Anna Wintour. See, Karine always finds a way. I went to Harper's Bazaar, I got Vogue. They didn't have Harper's Bazaar at CVS. Do you think they'll have a Harper's Bazaar here?
Somewhere here.
I know that there's a newsstand. There's one last newsstand on Melrose.
Not many anymore.
There's one left, and it sells every fashion magazine right out in the open. It's the last one. I just want Numero 1 CR fashion book before I die. That's all I want. The new Numero 1 CR fashion book.
Well, I mean, doing what you're doing now, staying in this frame of mind,
Italian Vogue.
staying away from the meth, I think could lead to something like that.
I wanna get. It's like, what did Doja Cat say? She quit the nicotine. I guess. I mean, I quit meth for Molly any day. Right, girls?
You prefer Molly?
I prefer Molly. I prefer MDMA. I prefer MDNA.
Normally, when you come in and you're high as a fucking kite, you're on Molly and
I'm
meth?
on meth. I'm not on Molly. If I were on Molly, I'd be rolling with the homies. I'd be with the young people instead of sitting here like some old fucking hag has-been, shriveled up.
Do you see how pathetic that life on Skid Row is, though?
Oh, it is. It's fucking pathetic as fuck.
Pathetic as fuck.
Pathetic as fuck. Guys, remember this show? So I was monging on Skid Row. Chanel came and did a show in Hollywood, baby. So, which do you think is the Mary Kate and which do you think is the Ashley? I'm asking you, viewers. Which do you think? Because we got Paris, we got Nikki, right? And we got Nicole Kidman, I don't know, Anna Ewers, who is Dutch. When you put Dutch, D-L-A, lad. Anyway, all it's missing is the T. Because I am T-hunty. What is the T, sis? Is my question. So, with your permission, America, vote Rebecca Olson, girl. Maybe I could do stand-up comedy at this point. That's all I feel I could do.
You could totally do stand-up comedy.
That's all I'm fucking qualified to do at this point. Like, literally. I don't feel like any respectable job would accept any office.
Just bypass all of the respectable jobs, the small jobs, and just
I did with all of... No, but with all of this...
You're already a star.
Well, then, where's the turnkey?
The consistency.
The consistency.
That's it.
Beyond the transparency.
I'll help you in 17 different ways to get what you need.
Of the dolls.
But you need to be consistent. You can't show up next time I see you and you're fucking high as a kite, which is what you typically do. The drugs are the key. I know you love your drugs, but
fuck being polite. I'm going.
But I love that you stayed away for a week. That's great. Because this Rebecca is the Rebecca that everybody loves.
3 weeks. 3 weeks sober?
3 weeks.
Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm not reporting.
See, people talk about, you need to go to rehab, but I don't see Rebecca ever going to a rehab.
Fuck rehab.
You would do it by yourself.
I would if I wanted to.
Right, if you wanted to, you would do it by yourself.
I've been to rehab. It's not for me. People smoke weed, don't they? People smoke weed? Isn't that what they used to call them, reefer smokers or whatever? The devil's rock music. And what? I don't do coke. I wish I did coke. I feel like you guys think I'm some kind of like a crack whore or whatever. But honestly, I'm just someone who wants to enjoy their life. And I happen to find a pure American vice that broke bad and even and is cheap and insensible and makes me feel wild. Just makes me feel like a complete animal. You know when they say life of the party or party monster or whatever? I don't know. Who was it who very notably, was it Aaron Carter or was it James Franco or was it Courtney Semmel who died of a methamphetamine? Was it Tilly Tequila who died of a meth overdose? I remember reading that not just Heather Locklear, but also Tara Reid did meth. Ironically. Weird stuff coming out of the woodwork about kind of former A-listers, you know what I mean, who kind of transitioned out, like the Charlie Sheen set, you know what I mean? Remember Richie Sambora and all those kids, Denise Richards? I wonder if Denise Richards has ever done meth. Wild Things, remember that movie Wild Things? Mm-hmm. What happened to Wild Things? What happened to sex, porn, love, dignity, fame? America, I love Abbott Elementary, don't get me wrong, and I love Quinta Brunson. I'm sure Quinta Brunson is a very wonderful woman, but what happened to America, baby? USA, America, baby, freedom of speech, like USA, like, not just Ghost World, but like, we were talking about the hills earlier, like, the hills have eyes. The hills have eyes. The hills have eyes too. We're on the verge of the Hills Have Eyes 3, fucking nuclear meltdown. Would you rather walk with the dead or live with the jet set? It's an honest question, America. Who'd you rather? Zombie or zombie boy? Zombie or Zo? It's up to you, America. I mean, nothing against Celebrity Apprentice, you know what? But you sat and worked your ass off for him while he sat there looking like Casper the Ghost. Where'd you go, Casper? Now, as for Star Jones, nothing to say about Star Jones other than, where's Barbara Walters? Rest in peace, Barbara Walters. Rest in peace, Barbara Walters. Rest in peace. Have you ever seen the movie Gothica with Halle Berry and Penelope Cruz?
Never saw it.
I think J-Lo would have been great in that movie.
You like being a blonde?
I love being a blonde. Blonde Ambition, that's my name. November 5th.
This is brand new for you.
No. Oh, This Is Me Now collection, created by Jennifer Lopez. Intissimi, the art of Italian lingerie. This is me, ... now. That's what this feels like. This is me now. Elaine Bennis. That's my current fucking modus operandi. Elaine motherfucking Bennis. I'm the Elaine Bennis of the Upper East Side. I'm the Elaine Bennis of society. I got a Bennis right here for you. This Bennis votes America. America first, baby. America wins. America. Oh, I long to be an American. You wanna be Americano. Americano. Americano.
Okay, Rebecca. Wonderful seeing you again. This is the best Rebecca you've
but you live
showed
in
in a long, long time.
Italy. Is that?
It is. It is.
I don't agree with you. I feel like that was.
I'll bet you in the comments you're going to see. This is the Rebecca we want to see.
Let's see in the comments. Let's see in the comments
Do you read
the yawns in the comments.
Do you read the comments sometimes when you're not with me?
Gucci, Sabato di Sarno. Ancora? Ancora una perla?
Beautiful.
What do you think of Vito Ceretti? She just talked shit about Kendall Jenner. Almost, it could have cost her career, but she's no Lexi Bowling. Shout out Lexi Bowling and Vito Ceretti for fucking with Kenji. Hey, Kendall. You got a light? Got a light? But I should be wearing black. I'm wearing white. What a disaster.
He's clean, too.
Someday my prince will come. I swear he's a real man. I swear he loves me. I swear he's rich as fuck. I swear he's real. I swear he's a real man. I marry myself, or I marry, well, of course, Chanel Haute Couture 2012-2013, which the two lesbian brides and the little boy come out. So Mary Kate and Ashley, remember that kid you were trying to adopt? Oh yeah, shout out to Otto Olsen. Shout out to Otto Eisner. I don't remember when your birthday is, but I love you, Otto. Sincerely. Motto is love you, Otto, forever. I offer myself for Otto. I love you, Otto. Happy birthday forever, Otto. Happy birthday, happy unbirthday, happy birthday every day, Otto. Love you, Otto. Love you, Otto Eisner Olsen.
You give us all hope.
You give us all hope. You, Otto, give us all hope. Shout out Otto, shout out Phoenix. Shout out America. If you're still there, I love you. Accept me, love me, or don't. I'm Elaine Bennis, signing out.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Mark.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.